I'm not looking forward to this. Oh man. Good morning and welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new here, which I know some of you are because I've had a bit of a spike in subscribers and views, so thank you for that. I'm Alex, I'm a cameraman and I take you behind the scenes on the jobs that I get to do, whether that's in the UK or abroad. At the moment, we're currently working on a 1989 Talbot Express 1300p camper van, and we're basically converting it into something a little bit more modern and useful so that I'm able to use it out and about on jobs. I often travel for work, whether that's the Lake District or France or wherever, and it'd be super cool to take my home with me. So yeah, loads and loads of jobs to do, including ripping the kitchen out, sorting out all of the seating areas, sorting out the bathroom in it, the floors, the walls, the ceiling, everything needs to be fixed. At the moment, job number one, while I'm waiting for some building materials to be delivered, is sorting out this. This is the area which I will be sleeping on, which goes above the cab. Currently, all of the hinges were all rusted, some of them had come away, and also this fabric material that's been put on it with a spray adhesive, the adhesive has deteriorated and failed over time, turning into some sort of dust, which is probably going to kill me. So I thought the best thing to do is to strip all this down, strip it all off, check the condition of the wood to see if it's salvageable. If it is, fantastic, saving a bit of money. If it's not, then we can replace it. So yeah, as I said, waiting for some building materials. I'll be ripping out the van later on today, but while we're here waiting, let's get cracking on this. So, as I mentioned, this material on this old sleeping platform, I guess we could start calling it. It needs a name. So this fabric on this sleeping platform was sprayed on with some sort of spray adhesive, and it's all completely deteriorated. And the reason I found that out is when I rubbed the roof, there was like dust. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, thing is, stripping this back without inhaling it too much. Some of the corners need cutting as well. There we go. So we can start peeling all this off. The wood looks like it's in fairly good condition. Small split there, but that might have just been always there. And the corners seem pretty well on. Are they stapled? I'm not sure. I know it would save me a lot of time and money if I was to just replace this, trace it onto a new piece of ply and just copy it. I know that would save me a lot of time in terms of sanding this down and removing all of this, which I might still do. But what I'm trying to do is save a little bit of money. So if this is salvageable, fantastic, and it can always be replaced in the future as well. It's just a case of whether things like this edge here is going to be fixable / usable with a hinge still, because it has 3 hinges that go across. We have 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we need to replace those hinges. Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, no problem. She's very friendly. I'm on parcel duty, so. Yeah. Cheers, I just remembered it was processing when I seen you. Yeah. Have a good day. So far so good. I've removed the majority of the flaky, sort of sandy, powdery adhesive that had deteriorated over time. Pretty horrible stuff by what I could tell. And also I've just given the wood a little bit of a sand so that next time, once I spray the adhesive on it and put new fabric on top, it should stick a little bit better rather than trying to stick to the powdery adhesive that was there already. I did have a bit of a struggle getting the fabric off the sides because all of these staples have rusted pretty badly, and they're also like a staple, every staple width all the way across. So yeah, a bit of a nightmare. I'm hoping that if I get a hammer, hit all of them in, and by the time I've relayed fabric over the top, it won't matter too much. Or what I might do is spend the evening picking out all of these little bits of fabric there, and then taking out each staple one by one. But at least we get it mocked up to start with, and then if I do want to replace this, I can. But I think it's pretty good for now. So, last but not least, this is the pole, which you can basically have the bed flat in the cab, or you can push it up and out the way to give you some more headroom in the cab. And that's what this does. As you can see, it has these kind of, can you see that? It'll focus. It has these clips on the top there, which holds it in place. And someone's wrapped it in this like fake wood stuff. So I thought it had been damaged, but it doesn't look like it has, which is very good news, obviously. Again, saves me just more and more money. So the plan is, as I peel off the rest of this plastic wrap, I'm going to head up to where my van is stored. I'm going to take these bits and bobs up to it, then drop Layla off at my nan's and head off to the hardware shop to go and get a few bits and bobs, such as hinges, screws, and all of that lot, just so that I can get this first thing fixed. Okay. This bar is now clean. So that is the 3 pieces that I need to start putting back together to make my van more sleepable. Once I've fixed this area, I will then be moving on to the rear of the van, where we're going to be doing some serious demolition. So make sure you stay tuned. But first of all, let's hit the hardware shop. Unfortunately, there was nothing in there. As you saw, that shop was bare, completely empty pretty much as they're closing down. So no hinges and the other bits and bobs, which I have written on my phone. So they didn't have anything that I need. So what we're going to do, there is a Wix, like just down there. So I'm going to travel down there quick, park up and head around there. Hopefully I'll be a bit more lucky. If I'm unsuccessful there, there's another place I can go called Screwfix. So yeah, fingers crossed they've got what I need, but if not, we have another option as well. 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm back in the van and I had a fairly successful shopping trip. So I got some 20mm screws, I got some 12mm screws, I got one big hinge, a pack of 2, which I might use depending on how the smaller ones look, and I got 8 smaller hinges as well, which I think will be more ideal for what I'm going to be using them for. So, got to get these bits of wood that you can't see on the floor back up onto this shelf here. There are 2 bits. That one sort of trapeze, I think it's called, shaped piece will go here to here, and then that second piece, which is just more of a rectangle, will go here. And then that single bar that I was talking about, the hinges mean you can push all of this up and out the way, and it'll clip up here, and it'll clip up here, so that you can get a little bit more, like this much more space. So yeah, I'll get the head cam on and I will get these up. I am just mocking them up to start with, so we're putting them on, screwing all the hinges in, and then they will need to come back out eventually to be reupholstered / re-carpeted. But that is a job for later on. First of all, I just wanted to see if the wood was going to be strong enough, which I'm hoping it is, because I need to sleep up there, and I don't want to be sleeping up there and fall through the bottom. So, as you can see, there were hinges here, 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 and here. As well as 3 at the back. And what happened was these rusted, the screws came out because the hinges were rusted at an angle, so when you moved it, it just ripped the screws out. And what I'm going to be doing is putting a hinge here, here, and here, and thinking a little hinge, a big hinge, and a little hinge, and then after that we'll move on to the back ones to sort them out. But as you can see, it desperately does need hinges on there. In fact, this is the wrong way around. As you can see. But because it's bowed the other way, I actually think it's better if I do flip it around. Keep it the way that I've just had it then. You might be thinking, Alex, what are you doing? I am flipping it round so that I can put these hinges on flat on the back, and then I'll rotate it all 180 degrees then. I think it will just make my life a little bit easier by doing it this way. As you can see, I'm still getting used to the size of being in a van without trying to smash up everything. Cool, it makes it easy having lights. And seeing as we're working in this area, it would be rude not to remove these tiles as well. So, let me put this somewhere. Oh, it's awful. sticky walls now. So the walls are going to have something put back onto them, but it won't be these tiles. It's also just nice to get an idea of what's behind everything. Why were things covered up? So from the past, I've seen that there is some sort of leak in this corner, and just very gently peeling this off, that's a bit of plywood that's soaking wet. It's also raining now. It's been raining for the past few days, so let's see what horrors lie behind these tiles. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm not looking forward to this. Oh man. Obviously that's mould as well, which isn't good. So it's actually pretty bad. See how damp it is? Yeah, that's all wet. Looks like this bit of wood is going to have to be potentially replaced. My next job tomorrow will be repairing this cupboard. And I didn't seem to think that the damp went that far. So yeah, it's a bit surprising to see it there. That is soft though, so and there is obviously a seal on the outside underneath on the corner, which probably needs replacing. So what I'll do is I'll remove as much of this as I can without sort of ruining the van or making it structurally unsound, and replace what I need to. I'll get a quick scraper and see if we can scrape some of that. I say scraper, I mean knife, but yeah, it looks pretty wet to me. That's, oh. I really think it is just this small area here that seems to be bad. And it makes sense that it's damp here, because I reckon someone knocked off the awning before. Hence why there's a bracket. There's damp that goes all the way down. You can see the water streaks here. They go all the way down to the floor. So maybe all of that damage in this whole area here, all of that damage is just from this small hole where the awning has come off before. As I said, I'm not really going to be able to find out until it's light tomorrow. I'll check on the outside and probably redo the seals, and also tackle this cupboard, because ideally, well, also there's no bottom in it. I took the bottom out of it because it was completely rotten, so that needs replacing tomorrow. I'm not too upset about that. I knew there was going to be some sort of damp problems in the van. It was just figuring out quite how bad they are. I actually thought the problem was down in that corner there, but the problem's definitely here. So yeah, what I'll do is probably tomorrow now start to get rid of the rest of this stuff off the wall. This is old wallpaper, I imagine. Good morning, it's now the next day. So it didn't go according to plan yesterday. I didn't get the materials that I needed to get, but that's not a problem. I thought I'll go this morning, I'll take this van and drive up to Wicks, which is the other hardware store that I went to yesterday, and see if I could drive the van there, put all the sheets of plywood in here, and then bring it back. But just by luck, we've got a storm on, 50, 60 mile an hour winds or something crazy like that. So unfortunately, that plan's been cancelled. But the content gods have shined upon me and delivered my heater, my new diesel heater, a day early. So, apologies for the audio, my microphones haven't charged overnight for some reason, so they're charging right now. Sorry for the audio, if you can hear all the wind and stuff, it is blowing a gale out there. Today's job is to fit this here. The gas locker is on the outside, the other side of this unit here. So basically, I'm going to be removing this, potentially seeing the damage done to this board, and then installing this in the gas locker, and running the hot air pipe from here, potentially plumbing it into the old system that is already in the van for those 3 ports there, potentially. But first of all, what I need to do is get this taken out, so that's what I'll do. Let's get going. That is the old gas heater. So I don't know how it really worked, but I'm guessing this was the hot bit and it would come through there. And then it would blow the hot air, what it looks like, out that way, around underneath this seat, into here, out of that hole, out of that white hole, and then out of that white hole. One gas pipe, that's all that's left to take off around the side of the van. But this is where the diesel heater is going to go, in this locker here, because we already have a hole for the exhaust to go down and out, all the way out from underneath, as you can see there. But I can't see where those other 2 pipes go. I imagine they're somewhere around here. So I'm going to take the zinc off the inside. I'll take that zinc off the inside. I can actually start to see daylight through this little hole, so take that out. The heater does fit in here perfectly, and it actually fits here perfectly, with both things can go straight down then and out. Beautiful. So back inside the van, another one of the things that I've just discovered, this wire I saw was inside there, and also there was this extra pump here which seems to be some sort of assistance to helping pump the hot air through multiple holes. I'm hoping I don't need it because I'm ripping it out, and I'm also ripping the wire out that went to that switch to turn it on and off. So yeah, that's what the next step is. Cut this, pull it through, and get it all out of the way. So, I'm coming to the end of today, and I have made one massive mess of this van. Look at the state of it. Oh God. We're gonna have, some fun cleaning this up. But, most importantly, I have done the job that I needed to. So, we have the other side of this. We have the heater all installed. I'll show you that in the morning when it's light. We have then connected up one of the pipes from the front of that machine to here. This pipe then goes obviously connected with duct tape through here, down here, and managed to bodge it so that it will come through here, there and there, hopefully. So what I'm left to do in the morning is head to the petrol station to go and get some diesel. I've got a jerry can that will fill up. And then after that, I will grab the battery from home, which is just like a car battery that the diesel heater can run off of, because I haven't got enough wire to run it all the way to the front yet. And then we'll get it started and give it a go for the first time. I have got a hole in the floor here that I need to fill up. Oh, well, I kind of did with duct tape, but I'll put a log over it as well, just to stop any mice and that coming through. Not that there's any food in here anyway. But what I'm going to do is close these down, put the cushions back, have a general bit of a tidy up with all this camera kit and all of this, put all that back in my car ready to go, because I don't leave anything in here overnight, and then hit the road and start editing really. And then tomorrow morning I'll film that final bit outside for you, and then post it at I think 5:30 for you Sunday, which is tomorrow. So yeah, anyway, I'll outro this tomorrow morning. First of all, I'm going to go to sleep, and then in the morning get that connected up and working, hopefully. Otherwise, I've just made a big mess for no reason. So once again, you've time travelled. It's now the next day. It's now Sunday, the day you're going to be watching this video, so I hope you're having a good day. I've been to a few different shops this morning just to try and get a few bits and bobs ready for tomorrow for me testing out the diesel heater. I was going to do that in today's video, but I've run out of time today, so that will be something to look forward to in the next video, as well as me ripping out the kitchen and resetting it with something new. But stay tuned to find out what that is. So yeah, what we've got is we've got some battery terminals. We've got some battery terminals here, which will go onto my spare battery. I also have bought a charger from Argos for a car battery, so I'll be charging that battery overnight tonight. I'd fit those on it, and then hopefully that's what I'll be running the diesel heater from. I've also got the option to run the diesel heater from the EcoFlow, which is why I've bought this, so I can connect that up. We have a funnel, because I think access to the diesel tank is going to be a little bit tricky sometimes, so I think that'll be coming in handy. And I also have a specific diesel can here. It says diesel on it as well, because I have a petrol car and a diesel van. I just want to make sure that whatever I do get, I don't mix up between the two. Obviously you can smell it, but yeah, I don't want to mix them up. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit different, this sort of, you know, renovation stuff for the van than my normal work, so I hope you still enjoy it. But it's all for a reason. We're doing this to the van so we're able to take it out on some cool jobs, and I can take you into the middle of nowhere pretty much and still do these videos. So that's the plan. It's all for a reason, and it'll be fantastic when it's done. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. See you soon.